Hi, John Kuzma from EndZoneBlog.com, and I want to talk about D.K Metcalf and what he was able to do at the Seattle Seahawks rookie minicamp. You know, all the scouts and analysts were raving about this guy, when the NFL Combine was going down and during the pre-draft process. It seemed like, Metcalf could be the top receiver taken off the board. For whatever reason, on draft night, that wasn't the case. Once teams were on the clock, Metcalf fell all the way down to the second round, the bottom of the second round. And, obviously that was very tough for Metcalf because he did feel like he did enough to make himself a top prospect coming out of, the 2019 NFL draft. But, he falls. He falls all the way to the Seattle Seahawks, and this is huge for the Seahawks because they get an elite talent that they can plug into their offense and hopefully help Russell Wilson create some more plays through the air. And you have to remember, the Seattle Seahawks just lost Doug Baldwin, so they have a big opening in their offense that they need someone to come in and fill. They're hoping that DK Metcalf can be that guy and provide an impact from day one. And from what we've seen at rookie minicamp, it does look like he possessed the skill set to possibly do that. The big knock against DK Metcalf was that he struggled with some of the short and intermediate routes, but there's a video of him from rookie minicamp just blazing through drills, flying around and looking really good. He was quick in and out of his breaks, and this is someone that is one of the top talents that Pete Carroll has went with at the wide receiver position. A lot of those guys were undrafted or late round picks. One of the top guys they have was Tyler Lockett, and he was a third round pick. So the fact that DK Metcalf is a second round pick and he fell a little bit, that has to be exciting for Pete Carroll because he has one of the top weapons that he's ever selected in the draft coming in, who has a ton of upside, and it's hard to find that much upside in a player. Most of the NFL receivers are 6'3", 220 pounds like Metcalf is, and has a similar body and a similar, similar traits. But Metcalf is still, someone with so much potential, because if it does pan out and all his, all those things that make him special, if they all come together, this team is going to have a guy that could be a 1,000-yard receiver, could be a 10 touchdowns a year type of guy. And obviously playing with Russell Wilson is going to help quite a bit, because Russell is going to make any receivers he has on the outside better, just because he does have such a high level of production. He does know how to escape and create out on the outside, with the scrambling ability and things like that. So DK Metcalf is going to have a little bit of an opportunity to freelance and, cut up field or cut accordingly to, based on Russell Wilson's rollouts and things like that. So there's plays to be made in that offense. We've seen it before. We know Lockett's going to step up and do his thing. I think Metcalf is going to be pretty good in that offense too. And for Wilson, he's going to have a talented cast around him. Obviously, losing Baldwin hurts. They didn't have Baldwin at times last year, and they still found a way to make things happen a little bit. I think, David Moore, who I believe is a 7th rounder, helps quite a bit too. So, Metcalf, Moore, Lockett, those guys can be dangerous for the Seattle Seahawks. And I think, Pete Carroll, the front office, the rest of the coaching staff, even the fans, everybody's upbeat about that. And, you look at what Seattle was able to do last year, they could be even better this year. Check out EndZoneBlog.com. I'm John Kuzma, signing off.